Yeah, I want to go to Falwell's page. Okay. So, go there. So he's made this some fucking stupid video where he's defending his shitty experiments and he called it coward. And, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to deal with these.
No, you're not going to play the evidence, the actual experiments, because you're a fucking coward.
Fucking shit arguments these shit fuckers make. They can't make a physics argument. All they can do is these antics. So
can't make a physics argument. No, we show physical proof.
Not interested. But I will argue what took place in his own experiment, and that obviously.
Yeah, you'll describe it or explain it, but you won't show it, will you? Because you're a fucking coward.
Something's amiss. Alright, so we'll get rid of that. We have our drawing tablet. How nice. Is it focused? No. There's always something. Always something. Alright, that should be better. I have to go get my...
I'm glad you cleared the blur up, because obviously it was going to be dead important.
Data. Alright, so in his experiment, he's dropping a very heavy mass, something 25 times.
Not very heavy, really. Not even a kilogram.
Heavier, so 725 grams, a tiny distance, 4 centimeters. And then he's going to drop 30 grams.
No, not 30 grams, 29. Because 75 divided by 25 is 29. I actually went to the trouble of getting it all correct.
25 times less mass from 100 centimeters. And, he's claiming...
Nope, 102.
Those two things are the same? Yeah.
Not claiming, showed physical evidence, physical proof. That's not a claim.
Yeah, no, they're not the same. Anywhere close. Can't be, really, frankly.
So, that's it. That's your answer. It can't be, even though you've seen it.
All right, so what's observed is, my point has been, is that you drop something from 1 centimeter, all right, it doubles its weight. And if...
Right, and how have you observed this on your skip-ratted scales? You do understand that somebody threw them in the bin probably means they don't work or they're not calibrated. Have you tested them? Have you put £1 on to see if £1 weighs £1? Have you put £2 on to see if £2 weighs £2? I bet you fucking haven't.
If you drop it from 4 centimeters, it would quadruple its weight. Now, that's exact.
So you say, so you've dropped a battery onto a skip-ratted spring, eyeballed it and gone, that quadruples its weight. Great evidence there.
What he found for the heavy mass. So the heavy mass, we don't have where he dropped it from 1 centimeter. We only have where he dropped it from 4 centimeters.
Just over 4 centimeters, actually.
So, but the point is the 4 centimeter mark, which was almost 39.
No, it wasn't. Again, bullshit. You just make up numbers. It was nowhere near 39, was it? There was one that came out at 39. The average was 38.2, if I remember correctly. And then we take the static weight off, and the average came out at, I think, 28.5 over a series of 10 drops.
Is exactly what you'd expect, because the original mass moved it 10 millimeters. So if the spring was a scale
10.1
that was accurate, it would go...
It was accurate. It followed Hooke's law. I showed that.
20 for twice the weight, 30 for 3 times, and 40 for 4 times the weight. So it basically confirmed the 40 would be 3,900 grams, which would be...
No, it doesn't confirm it at all, because on average it compressed 28.5 millimeters for the energy minus the static weight. So that's not even 3 times, is it?
4 times 750. So it's exactly following my argument that a 1...
It's nowhere near following exactly your bullshit claim.
Centimeter drop, doubles 2x your mass, all right? And a 4 centimeter drop means twice that number, all right, which is 4 times your mass. Okay, and there's no added, nothing else is added.
So you say.
There, sort of can see that. All right, so it's perfectly fitting that model, and frankly, it's a model.
It's not a model, it's absolute bullshit, and it doesn't even fit your bullshit anyway.
So, you know, regardless, you're saying these two things really should follow the same rule.
They do, and they did. 25 mass falling one distance versus a 1 mass falling 25 times the distance. 25 times 1, 1 times 25. The same.
And the argument is of course, they can't be. Okay, because if this 30 weight...
You saw that they are.
30 grams was following the same rule, and at 1 centimeter be 60, and at 4
But that's not a rule, is it? That's some bullshit you've made up with no evidence.
Centimeters be 120, and at 16 centimeters would be 240, at 64 centimeters would be 480, and at 100 centimeters,
which it was 102.
It couldn't possibly be 2,900 because it's only somewhere between 480 and 960. Now, obviously, the number is going to be something like 525 or something.
Something like. So again, you're just making this up, and you can't even make accurate, or they're just somewhere between, you know, just some number, like 3,750, yeah, absolute fucking horse crap.
So anyway, you got a number like 29. Okay, so in here, so it's from 100 cent.
No, I didn't get something like 29. The average again, I can't remember now. What was it? About 27.5 millimeter average. So again, nowhere near the 29
meters. He's got it weighing, which you know has to be well over 1,700 grams. And it can't possibly have weighed 1,700 grams. So it's just ridiculous. The two...
Not measuring the weight, measuring the energy impact.
Aren't following the same model. Now, there's a clip...
No, they're not following your bullshit made-up unevidence model. It follows the MGH equation perfectly and the kinetic energy formula perfectly.
From his video, I can show you, but I don't know if it's worth the effort. Well, maybe I'll go find that. I mean, where he's actually doing a test of showing the testing of the machinery. And
machine? It's a fucking rod and I'm dropping something on it. God knows what you think machines are.
The one mass, the light mass, the 30-gram mass, doesn't bounce back up.
Really? So you saw 10 trials where it bounces back up, and apparently it doesn't bounce back up. Okay.
It doesn't bounce back up. So, I mean, you're just starting with, you mean it went down and it didn't come back up? Well, something must have got stuck. The spring must have gone inside the object. Something must have...
How could it go inside the object when there's a big fucking washer on the end of it? Again, lies, bullshit.
Happened to make it stick because it didn't bounce back up.
Yeah, it did.
So, yeah, I'm not going to bother playing it, because it's all garbage. I mean, these are things...
Yeah, you're not going to bother playing it. You make some bullshit claim, and again, no evidence to support it. That's basically what you do.
Things other people could detect, and they don't bother. Nobody's applying any kind of rational scrutiny to these experiments, quote unquote, in terms of challenging them.
What a load of bullshit.
To, do a real experiment. The very fact that he's using a spring that isn't tied down, okay, and that it has its little thing sticking.
Why does it have to be tied down? I'm dropping something onto it. Why would it need to be tied down? I'm compressing it.
And up, where it doesn't even have a flat end. Okay, it has the little sticking up bits.
Barely it does.
So it's not a perfect way to be doing scale experiments. Now, the simple truth is they could just do the simple experiment.
But your skip-ratted fucking scales dropping a battery on, that's perfect. What? How duplicitous are you?
They could just take one of their springs, all right, and just put masses on it, okay? Put a 1 mass.
What a great idea. I actually did that and measured it down to 0 points of a millimeter, dickhead.
Then increase it to 2 mass, and then increase it to 3 mass, and see if their spring actually works as a scale.
Wow, what an amazing idea. I actually did that and showed that it was following Hooke's law.
But they won't even do that. But certainly...
Again, blatant lie, because I did do that. It's in the video. I took accurate measurements.
They could do that drop test of just, drop it from 1 centimeter, drop it from 4 centimeters, drop it from 16 centimeters, and see if you keep doubling the...
Why would I do that? Why would I want to check your bullshit fucking made up argument when actually you've disproved it here? Because all what you said didn't happen and it disproves you anyway, so why would I want to test something that I know doesn't fucking work?
Mass, okay, which with every increase of 4 times the distance. But no, they won't bother doing that.
No, I won't bother wasting my time testing some crap you made up on the fly.
Like I said, the heavy mass followed it perfectly. And
again, blatant lie. It didn't follow it perfectly. Nowhere fucking near. In your fucking mind, in your bullshit misconstrued fucking of the manipulation of the numbers and ignoring physical fucking phenomena and facts, in your fucking head, it followed it perfectly, but it didn't, did it? Because that's lying.
So what happened with that lighter mass? And like I said, you can make the argument that what happened was something's fishy. That's what happened.
Ah, right. So you changed it from fake fraud. You toned down the rhetoric now. It's fishy. Again, because it didn't come out the way you expect. So there must be some shenanigans going on.
So anyway, it's just like I said, it's just crazy for them to think that this 30 mass just going 5 times the velocity is going to equal a 25 mass going 1.
But it does. The equations predict it. And in reality, that's what happens. And you've seen it over a series of 10 trials for each. Again, you don't show the experiment. You just describe it in cherry pick.
Velocity. Hugely different momentums.
Yes, different momentums, but the same energy.
And, there's just no chance they're going to do the same work. Like I said, momentum...
But they do the same work. The thing is here, I find quite funny is, you call us fakes, frauds or whatever, and say we're somehow, we're doing something fishy, right? You know, and I've known for a long time, that I do have sight problems, and I am actually very, very interested in this topic, unlike you. I find it fascinating. I wanted to know the truth, and through lenses of cameras, I can get to see the truth. I couldn't even begin to fake these things because I just don't have the capacity to do it because I can't see that well. And like I say, through the lens, I get to see the reality. So I've got no reason to fake it because I want to see the truth, which I've done. Technology's allowed me that. You call it fake, fraud or whatever, fucking, because you're an idiot and a liar and a coward